classified as either being pro-mayor or anti-mayor. In that way, they're like newspaper columnists. So that was not part of the question. I just got carried away there. Just the mere mention of his name. Let me start again, gentlemen. Aldermen are often classified as either being pro-mayor or anti-mayor. If elected alderman, what can we expect of your relationship with the mayor, John Garrido?
Well, I think, was it Russ Stewart that called me non-mayor? I think he wrote that. Well, we don't know who the next mayor is going to be yet, right? I mean, there's still an election coming up, and the mayor's race is also on. So I'm going to be the type of alderman that will work with whoever is in office. My function and my goal as alderman is to work for you, to represent your best interests, to work for our community first. Everything I do is going to have that decision in mind. So whoever the mayor is, we have to have a working relationship. I think it's just as damaging to our community to be a rubber stamp of no as it is to be a rubber stamp of yes. There's give and take, there's negotiation in everything. That's how it works. And if you don't do that, all it does is negatively impact you. You need to know what battles to fight and what battles are not important to fight. You need to pick your right battles, and you need to make sure that you're picking them based on how it's going to impact your community, and that's our community.
Thank you. Next up, John Arena.
So 4 years ago, people voted and said we need a different direction, a different way of doing business, both here in the ward and on city council. And that brought independent leadership to the city council that was long missing, we all know. So working with the administration, we increased the minimum wage. We refined small business licensing to make it easier for small businesses to get open and stay open and thrive in our city. And working as a community, we fought back against cutting library hours, okay, in our budget. We brought 22 new classrooms to 3 different schools and neighborhood schools in the ward. Standing up for good ideas that promote democratic representation like an elected representative school board. So there's an example of how an alderman needs to bring ideas to the table, fight for what's right for his community, and challenge what comes from the 5th floor so that they have to earn my vote on your behalf.
Next, Michael.
Again, it's simple. You got to work with people. Regardless of who the mayor is, the mayor needs to know that when there's an economic development opportunity, whether it's the company wanting to relocate its manufacturing plant or what have you, the 45th Ward is the first thing that comes to the mayor's mind. I mean, that's my job. Is alderman. It's not to sit there and get up and yell at the mayor and have news conferences. It's to be sure that your interests are advanced. More jobs, better infrastructure, better schools. Whoever the mayor is. Because the mayor is always going to have his or her perspective. But the issues are the issues, regardless of the perspectives. And the issues that matter to us are those that I need to advocate for, regardless of how I feel about them. So I would work with the mayor. And if we don't agree as a community with the mayor, then we work against it. But we get people to go along with us. We build a consensus, because then you're effective.
Michelle.
When it comes to any relationship that you have, it's a two-way street. And so regardless of who is elected mayor for the city of Chicago, it would be a working relationship. You can agree to disagree, but still be productive. And you know what? And what that comes down to is making sure you're best representing those people from your ward. And that's the basics. It's economic development, it is public safety, it is education, and it is, those things that you need to make sure that the people in your ward, especially our ward, which is many working families, and they make our city go and make it what it is. It's a great city, but we need to make sure they're taken care of when they come home at the end of the day. And so for that, it's making sure that you have a working relationship with whoever's in charge to make sure that those people in your area are taken care of.
Okay.